Hi, I'm Sunny and I'm too nice and I can't say no. I just can't stand someone being displeased with me. I know what you're thinking, but before I continue, please like and subscribe. I never disobeyed my mother. I always shared my lunch at school. I always gave up the swing at the park, and I could never turn down a poor person's request. This one time I had to go to the bathroom in the mall when I accidentally went into the disabled people stall. When I came out, I was met by a furious woman in a wheelchair.
I've been holding my pee for 10 minutes. People like you are what's wrong with society.
What? Oh no, this was a mistake. I'm so sorry. I followed all over the mall begging for forgiveness till she called security and told them I was harassing her. Naturally, I followed her home and started showing up at her door every day. Her servants wouldn't let me in, so one day I broke into her house through a window. Please just say you'll forgive me. I can't live like this anymore. She filed a restraining order that day. In addition to being nice, I'm also a teen model. I've been on the cover of a dozen fashion magazines and I've walked on many big runways. My career was amazing till my mom convinced me to fire my agent and hire her instead.
Trust me, honey, I'll make you a star.
That's nice, Mom, but you have no experience.
What does that matter? I'm your mother, and no one will ever have your interested heart like I do. I was in labor with you for the worst 23 minutes of my life, remember?
Right, of course. You can be my agent. I already knew it was a horrible idea. She screamed at the photographers and made a makeup artist cry. She even yelled at a famous designer. Soon, Mom started complaining about our small house in our dingy neighborhood and started making trouble with the loud, ugly neighbors. So I bought a chic new apartment in a posh area. But then Mom started complaining about her privacy.
Sunny, you really are getting in the way. My new boyfriend and I need our space.
But you're standing in my room.
Maybe you should move.
Yeah, I know. It didn't make any sense. I bought the place. But as always, I gave in. After buying the apartment, money was a bit tight. Luckily, I found a room in a beautiful beach house that I had to share with 3 other models, RUMI, Zoey, and Mira. And I soon discovered that living with models, the drama was always out of control.
That's my seat, you stupid cow.
Is your name written on this seat? Oh my god, are you wearing my shirt?
Is your name written on the shirt? Show me where at Island. Can you idiots shut up? If I don't get enough sleep, I look like a raccoon, and then I'll bite like one too.
I had to break up almost a dozen catfights. One day, I cooked us all dinner so we could try to get to know each other. Zoey dreamed of being a pop star. RUMI likes exercising. And Mira enjoys showing off her beauty to others. I asked Zoey to sing us one of her songs, and I never heard something so horrible in my life. Of course, I still clapped for her, but Mira and RUMI fell off their seats laughing.
What's so funny? You sound like a constipated pig. I'd rather put my head up a cow's butt than listen to you. Yeah, stick to modeling as long as you can. I mean, you're already showing signs of aging.
Zoey was so angry that she threw the microphone at RUMI. RUMI, enraged, charged at Zoey, and they began to fight. Unfortunately, the microphone flew into the kitchen, causing it to catch fire. When the landlord discovered this, he became furious and forbid us from entering the kitchen. I put up an ad online for a chef, and a ridiculously good-looking candidate named Jinu showed up the next day. Ooh, so Jinu, you can cook, huh?
Yeah, that's why I applied for the job.
Jinu, your cologne is to die for.
I'm not wearing any cologne.
Jinu, did you just fix our sink? You're such a genius.
It wasn't broken. You just left the faucet on.
Your biceps look like boulders. Can I touch them?
I'd prefer it if you didn't.
Jinu was an amazing chef, a handyman, and even a gardener. One day, some crazy paparazzi climbed over the garden wall. Jinu charged at them and sent them running.
Oh my god, I can't take it anymore. I have to ask him out. No, he's mine!
What? I saw him first.
I don't think he's interested in dating any of us.
Shut up. Who asked you?
The girls cornered Jinu in the hallway to get his attention. Zoey sang Jinu an awful love song. RUMI did a cheerleading routine. Then Mira walked up in a bathing suit.
Hey, Jinu, you want to go for a swim?
No thanks. I gotta get back to work.
But the girls' constant flirting and fawning over Jinu got so out of hand that he couldn't do his job properly since he was always trying to hide from them. One of the toilets got clogged. The shower stopped working.
I can't live like this. How are we supposed to share one bathroom?
I haven't taken a shower in 2 days.
I proposed a solution. Okay then, from here on out, Jinu is off limits. No one is dating Jinu. They reluctantly agreed, and we made a pact. A couple of months later, I threw a party and invited a bunch of rich models. Zoey, RUMI, and Mira seemed to forget about their crush on Jinu in about 2 minutes. Just then, the doorbell rang and Mom walked in.
Hey honey, did you miss me? Clearly not, or you would have sent me a proper invite.
Mom, actually yes, you're right. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're here now.
Just for 10 minutes. I don't want to overstay where I'm not wanted. We just need to borrow a couple of dresses from you and about $20,000.
But I let you borrow Dick's dollars last week.
Don't be cheap, honey. It's unattractive. Don't you want mommy to buy something nice for her birthday?
Your birthday isn't for another 11 months. But Mom was being P, and I knew she'd make a scene, so I gave her my credit card and told her to return it in 2 weeks. Just then, I noticed Jinu shaking his head at me, and then he walked away. After the party, the house was a mess. mess, so I asked the girls to help me clean up.
Sorry, I have plans with my new boyfriend.
I'm allergic to dirt.
I twisted my ankle. I'm gonna rest.
Okay, no problem. Sleep tight. I was up well into the night, still cleaning, when Jinu joined me and started to help. Why are you still here? You don't need to do this.
I stayed back in case you girls needed me. I don't mind.
As we were cleaning, I kept catching him looking at me strangely. Okay, I can't take it any longer. Why are you staring at me like I have two heads?
You're not like the others. You're a misfit.
Well, that's rude.
No, it's a good thing. You're beautiful but not self-absorbed. You're smart, and you seem like a really kind person.
You think I'm beautiful?
That's all you got from what I said.
Jinu gave me that strange look and went back to work. You're doing that thing with your face again. Did I do something to make you mad? Are you disappointed?
Why do you care what I think?
I don't know why. I just do. It's how I'm built.
Want some advice? Just stop hearing what others think and stop letting people push you around and use you. You deserve better.
Excuse me? I am not so naive at that.
Really? Then how come you're the only one who's cleaning up after the party? And has your mom ever returned the money she keeps borrowing?
That's none of your business. Okay, that was kinda rude. I'm sorry.
Why are you always sorry? Also, would you like to go out with me sometime?
What? After you just insulted me? No. I mean, I'm sorry to crush your feelings and it feels nice to be asked out by someone like you. But no, sorry. I spent the rest of the night replaying my conversation with Jinu, feeling angry, but as I cooled off, I couldn't help thinking that maybe he was right. I did a lot for mom and the girls, and I couldn't remember the last time they did anything nice for me. The next day, I was watching my favorite videos on the TV when the girls walked in, and RUMI switched the channel to a video she liked.
I want to watch a movie. Sunny, please sit on the other sofa.
No, Sunny, don't sit anywhere. You've got to drive me to the nail salon.
Sunny, all my clothes are wrinkled. Iron them when you're back.
Jinu was right. I was a pushover, and I didn't like it. No.
What do you mean, no?
I won't take you to the beauty salon. I won't iron your clothes. And I was watching TV. All you do is use me, and you don't really respect me, and that's not cool. Oh, also, I'm gonna go out with Jinu, and you all have boyfriends, so I don't care if you're mad. I am breaking the pact. They were shocked, and so was I. I'd never yelled at anyone in my life, and it felt good. Later that day, the girls apologized for treating me badly and promised not to take advantage of me anymore. They even gave me their blessing to date Jinu, and of course, I forgave them. Jinu and I started dating soon, and we had such a good time together. He helped me stand up for myself more often and gain confidence. I even booked some modeling gigs without involving mom, and I was doing great. One evening, mom invited me to dinner at a fancy restaurant, and I decided to introduce Jinu to her there.
Break up with him. Honey, that boy's a waste of time.
I'm sitting right here.
Mom, Jinu is a nice guy, and he makes me happy.
He's a loser, by the way. Sonny, I need to borrow your credit card again to book a flight to Hawaii, so just give it to me after you've paid for this meal, okay?
I felt a wave of rage sweep through me. No.
What's that sound you just made? I've never heard it from your mouth before.
Hear it now, loud and clear. No, 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 no. And sayonara. Oh, one last thing. You're fired. And then I left with Jinu. I'm sorry about my mom. She shouldn't have treated you that way.
Don't worry about it. I'm so proud of you for standing up to her.
Jinu was such a supportive boyfriend, but mom got more conniving by the minute. She started sending me dozens of texts begging me for money, and it got harder to ignore her each day. One night, Jinu caught me sneaking out of the house.
Where are you going?
For a jog.
At midnight?
Fine, I admit it. I can't help myself. It's a curse. I know my mom's using me, but I can't sleep at night. Since I refused her money, there's no hope for me. I'm doomed. Leave now and save yourself. I started crying like a baby, and Jinu pulled me into a hug.
Maybe you should try giving money to a good cause, Sunny, to people who really need your help.
I thought that was a great idea. The next day, Jinu introduced me to his cousin Nancy, who owned a non-profit to feed hungry kids. I was so excited to help that I wrote Nancy a big fat check.
Sunny, that's a lot of money. Maybe you should think about this.
No, I insist. A couple of weeks later, I donated double the amount, and the month after, I tripled it. It felt amazing. But one morning, Jinu didn't show up to work and didn't answer any of my calls either. When 2 days passed by, I started getting really worried and filed a missing person report. I even called up Nancy, but her phone was off too. And then I found pictures of Jinu and Nancy on social media living their best life on some beach. Jinu wasn't even his real name. Their whole charity was a big scam, and I was so devastated. I couldn't get out of bed, take a shower.
What is up with you, girl? You smell like a gym sock soaked in spoiled milk.
Is there something living in your hair?
I burst into tears and told them everything.
I knew Jinu was trouble. With his perfect eyes and hair, he was way too good to be true. Of course, he was evil. We'll make him pay.
First, we went to the police, who put out a warrant for the pair's arrest, but they were smart and couldn't easily be found. Next, the girls and I went online and told our followers about Nancy and Jinu's scam and asked for help to find them. Within minutes, we got a dozen leads. Nancy and Jinu were arrested at an airport trying to leave the country. Although everything is over, I still don't know why I feel unhappy. I took a walk to get some air, and I saw these kids waiting in line outside a soup kitchen. Suddenly, it turned on a light bulb in my head. I could start my own charity. And now, 5 years later, I'm running soup kitchens all over the country. My model friends volunteer sometimes too.
How about I perform for these kids after they've all eaten?
No.
You two are just jealous. You like my music, right, Sunny?
Zoe, I love you, but I really hate your music. Sorry, I'm not that nice anymore. Being a good person is important, but being a wise good person is what truly helps us live happily, avoid being taken advantage of, and turn love into strength to change our own life and the lives of others. Hello, I'm Laura from Denmark. Please like and subscribe. I don't remember much of my dad, but Mom always told me he was a horrible person. Apparently, when I was just a year old, he said one day he was going to buy milk, and he never came back. And since then, Mom really had issues trusting people. Like, once when I was 4, Mom and I were in the elevator at a shopping mall, and there was a nice lady who kept smiling at me, and Mom freaked out.
Why are you staring at my daughter?
Because she's so adorable.
Keep your eyes to yourself, lady.
Mommy, she didn't do anything.
You can't trust anyone these days. What if she wants to snatch you away?
Although Mom was kind of boring and strict, she tried her best to give me a good life. She worked as a banker, and we lived in the same apartment building as my favorite Aunt Lily. Since Mom worked long hours, I'd stay with my aunt, who only worked night shifts at a restaurant. Aunt Lily and I looked a lot alike with our blonde hair and blue eyes, and she adored me. I loved her too, because she was so much fun. But her daughter Emma, who was my age, didn't seem to like me much. Maybe it was because I had better grades or was more athletic than her. Or maybe she hated that Aunt gave me so much attention. Once in 1st grade, our moms took us to a Mother's Day function in the neighborhood. There were so many fun activities, like the mother-daughter sack race, but Mom complained that her leg was sore. So my aunt took turns racing with me and Emma. Emma was so slow, but I ended up winning the race with Aunt. When we received a gold medal for winning, Emma went ballistic and pulled it right off my neck.
This is mine because she's my mom.
No, it's not. I won the race. We both started fighting like crazy over the medal, and our moms had to separate us. It was an ongoing battle between me and my cousin, and she could be really evil when she got jealous. Like once in 4th grade, we were on our way to the hairdresser with Aunt, when some lady stopped her and asked if I was her daughter. Emma looked at me angrily, and then tripped me when I wasn't looking. At the salon, the hairdresser went to get her tools, and Aunt left us for a moment to go to the shop next door. Suddenly, Emma crept up from behind me and chopped off my long ponytail.
Now you look like a silly boy.
Emma, why would you do this?
Because my mom is my mom and you need to stay away from her.
I pounced on her and pinned her down, and then I chopped off her hair too. There, now we're even. When my aunt and the hairdresser returned, they were shocked, and Aunt was scared to face my mom since Mom always called her irresponsible.
Gosh! Lily, I can never trust you to do anything right. All I wanted was for her to have a fringe. This is a disaster.
It's okay, Mom. It'll grow back.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen.
Mom refused to hear my aunt out, and she left looking upset. Why did Mom always have to be so uptight? Aunt Lily understood me better than my mom. We liked the same jokes, movies, and many other things. And sometimes I wish that Emma had my mom and I had hers. Like once in 8th grade, I wanted to go to my classmates' party, but Mom flatly refused.
I don't know this girl or her family. How do I know what kind of people they are and why is this party so late at night? No, you're not going.
But Aunt Lily spoke up for me.
Come on, she's a good kid. You can't lock her up forever, you know. Let her go have some fun.
Okay, but if anything bad happens, it's your fault.
I was having an amazing time at the party until someone suddenly fell from the balcony. Luckily, the person ended up on the trampoline. But as she stood up, I saw to my horror that it was Mom. To make things worse, she got off the trampoline, lost her balance, and crashed straight into a food table.
OMG, who are you? You lunatic! I'm going to call the cops on you for breaking into my house.
Do I look like some criminal? You foolish girl! I'm Laura's mom! Oh, there you are, sweetie!
Mom, what are you doing here?
I was just checking if you were safe.
I was the laughing stock of my school after that, and Emma enjoyed every moment of it. When we were in 10th grade, I started noticing that Emma never went straight home after school. So one day I decided to follow her. She went to the park and sat on a bench, and sometime later, a man wearing a cap turned up and sat next to her. What on earth was she up to? This guy looked really shady and I had to do something. Emma!
Laura, what are you doing here?
I was just passing by and I saw you. What are you doing?
Oh, please, Laura. You can't tell my mom about this.
And then she revealed something shocking. The man was her father. I'd never met him before, but I knew Aunt hated him. Emma, your mom will be pissed if she finds out.
I know. That's why you can't tell her.
I tried to stay out of it, but I couldn't help noticing that Emma was acting weirder by the day. She was often sneaking out of classes and missing school. And one day, when her bag was slightly open, I saw that she had a lot of food and some money inside. It looked like she was stealing from Aunt for her dad. I couldn't keep the secret anymore, so I ended up telling Mom.
Oh no, that's bad news. He's not a very nice person.
What do you mean?
He has a gambling problem. That's why Lily kicked him out. I must tell her about this.
Not just yet. Maybe I can stop her from seeing her dad. I'll talk to her. My cousin was stubborn, and I knew she wasn't going to listen to me. So the next day after school, I decided to get to the park before Emma, and luckily, her dad was already there. Listen, mister, I want you to leave Emma alone.
And who are you to tell me what to do?
I'm her family, and you have to stay away from her.
Sorry, no can do. She's my daughter, and if you try standing in my way, I'll come after you and your mother. I can make your lives miserable.
He looked really threatening, but I bravely stood my ground and told him I'd report him to the police. He looked at me furiously before he walked off. When I told Mom about what happened, she freaked out and insisted that we tell Aunt. But when we went to see Aunt Lily, we found her crying with a letter in her hand.
Emma is gone.
What do you mean gone? Emma had written in her letter that she was going to live with her dad because she felt that my aunt loved me more. I was speechless because I didn't know that her jealousy towards me affected her so much. We went out searching for her and had no luck for weeks. One day, I went over to cheer up Aunt Lily, but to my shock, she told me not to visit her anymore. But why?
You knew all this time that she was seeing her father, but you didn't tell me, and now I've lost my only child. Please just go away.
It broke my heart that Aunt hated me now, but I had to give her some space. Months later, I came home from school one day and found a hair clip in the elevator that I knew belonged to my aunt. I decided to slip it under her door, but when I reached her floor, I saw Aunt in the corridor being robbed by a masked man. He pulled Aunt's bag and started running away, but I chased him and knocked him down. And when I pulled his mask off, I saw that it was Emma.
Well done. You just saved your favorite aunt. Where would she be without you?
Emma, I've been looking for you everywhere. Look, if you want money, I'll just give it to you. But please just stay.
Why should I? You already have your perfect daughter, and my dad loves me like you love her.
She grabbed a handful of cash from Aunt's bag, threw it at her, and fled. Aunt and I just stood there in shock, and then she turned to me.
This is all your fault.
What aunt can you please? But she walked off and slammed her door shut, and after a few weeks, she moved out for good without even telling us where. I was devastated, but Mom didn't seem to care.
Good riddance. I always felt she was a bad influence on you, and clearly she's a bad mother. She just had one child to raise, and she couldn't even do that.
No, Mom. She raised two, and she's amazing and understanding, and sometimes I wished she was my mom instead of you. I regretted my words instantly, but I couldn't take them back now, even though I apologized to Mom later. Our relationship was more awkward than ever. After completing school, I started college and found a part-time assistance job at a company so I could move out of my house. One morning, as I was getting coffee, I saw Emma dressed in ragged clothes walking across the road, and I went after her. Emma! She looked shocked at first, and then to my surprise, she hugged me.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you, Laura.
What happened to you?
Soon after I started living with Dad, he stopped caring about me. I even dropped out of school because he wouldn't pay for it.
Because I had to rush off to work. I gave her my address and the keys to my apartment and asked her to wait for me there. But when I got back home, all my things were gone. She had stolen everything from me. even some furniture and all my electronics. Since I hardly had anything at home, I decided to stay at Mom's for a few days.
I'm so glad to see you. You hardly even call.
I know, Mom. I get busy sometimes. I need to sleep over.
Sure, that would be lovely.
She cooked my favorite pasta, and I actually found myself enjoying my time with Mom. Somehow, she just seemed lighter.
With you all grown up, I figured I didn't need to work so hard all the time. I joined a women's group, and we do so many fun things together, so I've learned so much. Talking to my new friends, I realized something. I've never made it clear enough that I think you're an amazing kid, Laura. I'm proud of you.
It felt good to hear Mom say that. I think you're a pretty good mom too, and I'm sorry if I ever made you feel otherwise. I then told her about what happened with Emma, and she immediately called Aunt Lily. When Aunt Lily came over, I took her to the street where I'd met Emma, and when we got there, I saw her again. But this time, she was dressed in nice clothes and was walking into a fancy restaurant. Gosh, she stole all my stuff and bought herself new clothes.
I'm sorry about what she did, but I have to see her.
When we walked up to her table, Emma looked shocked.
Emma, please don't go. Let's talk.
There's nothing to talk about. Can you guys please leave? I have a meeting with someone.
Oh, who do you have a meeting with? Another thief. What did you do with my stuff? Which?
Haha, why were you so stupid to give me your keys? I sold your stuff and my dad has the money. So too bad.
You had a good family, and you threw it all away to become a criminal.
You people are not my family. My dad is, and I'm not a criminal. Just street smart.
Aunt tried her best to talk some sense into her, but she refused to listen. But just as Aunt and I were leaving, suddenly a rich-looking woman barged into the restaurant with cops and pointed straight at Emma.
There she is. She came to work for me as a secretary for 1 week and stole thousands of dollars. I have proof. Arrest her.
Aunt and I were horrified as the cops took Emma away, and we followed her to the police station. Emma tried to call her dad, but he wouldn't pick the cop. The cops looked for him, and it seems like he'd just vanished. They realized he was the real criminal, and Emma was only his accomplice. But she was still given 6 months in prison. Aunt visited her every day, and one day, she came to see me too.
I'm sorry I blamed you all these years for Emma. It was wrong of me to place such a burden on you.
It's okay, Aunt Lily. It's all in the past. After she got out, Emma went back to living with Aunt. I heard she'd started school again, and I was glad for her. Months later, I was sitting in my half-furnished apartment. The bell rang, and I found Emma outside.
I have a surprise for you.
When she took me outside, there was a truck full of all the stuff she stole from me. Wow, how did you manage to get it all back?
Mom helped me get a part-time job, and I saved up for this. It was the least I could do for you. I'm really sorry that I was always jealous of you. Laura and I took advantage of you when you were just trying to help me. I'll be better, I promise.
I think you already are. Now help me get this stuff into my apartment. Hi, I'm Audrey. I was born in a crazy family in New York. Please like and subscribe. My Mexican mom was so proud of her language that she never wanted to learn better English. Dad would say mean things with a smile to fool her all the time, and I hated it.
Wow, this stew tastes like mud. What did you do to it, you insane woman?
What you telling me? Do you like?
Estoy contenta.
As a kid, I never had the courage to tell Mom what a jerk he was, cause I knew she'd be sad. But every time he did that and smirked at me, I knew that Mom would soon catch on to his words, and it would end bad. And over time, Mom learned more English from her neighbor friend, and she realized that all these years Dad had just been giving her hatred. Their fights got bigger, and one day, when I was in the 7th grade, Mom finally decided she wanted a divorce. When I had to choose a parent, of course, I chose Mom. We took off to Mexico that same night. Mom, are we going to Grandma's?
Oh, Misha amor.
Grandma moved away a long time ago, but we have a new loving family here.
A new family? The cab stopped at a huge mansion, and a strange man ran towards us and hugged Mom. He also said something to me, but I didn't get a word. Mom then took me to a room, and it was all ready for me. Mom, what's going on? Who's this man? As Mom started telling her secrets one by one, I kept sinking deeper into the bed.
That's Carlos, and he used to be my boyfriend long ago. If your grandma hadn't forced me to marry your dad,
we would have been a big, happy family already. And you know what? He has a son your age. Matthew.
What was I just hearing? Mom, I left my school, my friends, my whole life in New York for you, and you created your own family here and didn't even tell me about it? How could you keep all this from me? She kept explaining, but I just asked her to leave the room and slammed my door hard. It was so much to take in, and I just wanted to cry. Suddenly, I heard a loud, non-stop knocking on my door. Who is that? Okay, wait, stop that, I'm coming. And I opened the door to find a boy standing outside grinning at me. Who are you, man? Lost your way?
Shouldn't I be asking you that? But your mama. Well, now our mama said,
Matthew, go meet your sister.
So here I am, Hermana.
What? Whatever, don't call me that.
Mama didn't teach you Spanish? Also, I heard New Yorkers are very stylish. But look at you. You're worse than my ex-girlfriend. Hey, that's a joke, okay? Don't cry.
Can you do me a favor and please get the heck out of here? I made him leave, but he left loads of mud on the carpet. That night at dinner, Mom introduced me to everyone, and Carlos even made a toast to me. But after that, they all started talking in Spanish. Was I invisible? I stood up to leave. Then Mom held my hand.
Where are your manners? We're having family time.
Family? You all are clearly a family, Mama. Excluding me. I don't even understand your language.
Oh, Misha, amor.
Just use the language of love. It's easy, try it.
Mom, can't you see I feel so left out? But you're just joking about it. I shook her hand off and walked up to my room. The next day, I was joining school and thought at least that would give me some relief. Until Matthew came and sat right next to me. Holy moly!
Hey, better not tell anyone we're related. And can you please wax your mustache? People will think you're me.
It's not my problem, you've got a girly face. He hit my face with a book, and suddenly the teacher yelled,
What's going on there?
Ma'am, can you believe it? She's asking me to be her boyfriend. But I told her, I already have eyes for you.
I was sure the teacher was going to kick him out now, but to my surprise, she giggled.
Oh, stop it, you.
What? Who was this boy? Soon I realized Matthew was the coolest kid in school. All the girls and even the teachers adored him for his crazy jokes. Not me! I hated him even more because he spoke in Spanish with Mom every time I was around. I felt like an alien in the house. That Christmas, Carlos was gonna host a grand party, but I wasn't interested. I think I have an important exam that day, and in the evening, I have dance practice.
Liar! We don't have any exams on Christmas. And dance practice. You can barely walk.
Ugh, I was gonna kill him. Seeing Mom and Carlos's faces, I could tell they wanted me to attend. So I reluctantly said yes. And the party wasn't that bad. I got to meet a handsome boy, Leo.
Hey, I know you must already have a boyfriend because you're so pretty. But I have to say, you have the most dreamy eyes. I've been watching you for hours.
OMG, that made me blush. Thanks. Actually, I don't have a boyfriend. Yet we exchanged numbers and started hanging out. He seemed really cool. But one day, when Leo and I were having lunch in the school cafeteria, Matthew appeared out of the blue and pulled me aside.
Have you gone mad? Why are you sitting with that jerk?
He's not a jerk. He's my friend. Maybe future boyfriend. And why do you care anyway?
Listen, he's not a good guy. He flirts with everyone, and God knows how many girlfriends he has.
Look, who's talking? The one who flirts with teachers. Just leave me alone, okay? I can handle my own life. I knew he just wanted to spoil my first real relationship, so I ignored him and left with Leo. After that, we started going out more often. One evening, Leo invited me to his house for a party, and I was having a great time. As we were dancing, Leo suddenly pulled me closer, and my heart skipped a beat.
Oh, Hermosa, thank God you flew all the way from New York just for me.
He held my face, and we kissed. Suddenly, someone kicked Leo hard, and he went flying into a wall. Matthew, what are you doing here?
Just protecting you from this virus.
He took my hand and started walking out, but I pushed him away. You crazy idiot! You're the virus that's destroying my life. Why can't you just let me breathe?
Breathe all you want, but see this first.
He took out his phone and showed me Leo's Instagram page. It had a video of me and him kissing under the caption, 100th kiss from a New York chick. The page had videos of him kissing 99 other girls too. It looked like one of Leo's friends here had been making our video and was broadcasting it live for him. I jumped on Leo and scratched his face.
Ah, the New York chick has gone crazy like her mad brother. Someone save me!
Shut your dirty mouth! I trusted you, you mud mind. And I started pulling his hair like crazy. Matthew gave him a nice punch and then took me home. I felt really embarrassed for not listening to Matthew before. He'd only been looking out for me. So the next day at school, I sat next to him.
Not so worried about this life-destroying virus now, yeah?
I realized it's better to have him as a friend than an enemy. I thanked him for the night before, and he just laughed and hit my face with a book again. As days passed, we became good friends. I also decided to talk to Carlos and Mom and apologize for being so neglectful. But they surprised me instead.
Princesa,
we have some exciting news for you.
Sí, mija. Your 15th birthday is coming. And here in Mexico, we call it
Quinceañera?
But why do you want to do this for me? You know, after I've been, well, not so nice.
'Cause we're family, estúpida.
And you're no less than Matthew to me. I want to do this for my daughter.
I felt so stupid for not seeing this before. These people really cared about me, just like the family I'd always wanted. On the day of the party, I could already hear music and people laughing and talking. As I got ready, I walked out all dressed in their traditional way, and everyone clapped for me. Just then, Matthew barged into the room looking mad.
Stop the party, Papa. This girl doesn't deserve any of this love and attention.
What?
Matthew, calm down. Audrey is your...
Nothing. She's my nothing, Papa.
What's gotten into you, man? I was horrified when I saw what he had in his hand. It was my diary. Oh my God, no!
After all this effort we've been making for you, this is what you really think of us? You suck.
Matthew, enough. What are you talking about?
Oh, let me read it out loud, Papa. This place is hell on earth. I hate their food, their language, this house. Carlos is so loud and annoying. Why is he so desperate to be my dad? Probably because his own son is a loser with half a brain. They're both stupid and I deserve better.
There was a pin-drop silence as everyone stared at me. You should have never taken my diary, you jerk. And yes, I wrote this, but that's when I first came here. I was having a really hard time adjusting. I was just mad, and I didn't really mean it. This is not how I feel now, Carlos. Mom, I promise, I really like being part of this family.
You're not part of this family, Audrey, and you never will be.
And before I could stop myself, I said the stupidest thing ever. Oh, shut up, Matthew. You're not part of this family either, 'cause you're adopted. It was something Mom had told me once, and Matthew didn't know about it. Now he did, because I just blurted it out. Carlos turned white, and Mom looked raging mad.
What a lame thing to say, Audrey. As if. Tell her, Papa. Papa, why do you look like that?
Oh, Matthew, I meant to tell you. On your 16th birthday. I promised I was going to, son.
Matthew looked stunned. Carlos walked over to him, but suddenly he just pushed him aside and ran out. Carlos went after him while Mom turned to me.
I raised you better than this, Audrey. But it seems you're more like your dad, hurting good people for no reason. Hurting your family. I'm so disappointed in you. Party's over, everyone.
As the guests started leaving, I ran to my room in tears. I felt terrible. Even if Matthew had read my diary, I'd done something 10 times worse. And the next day, I was back to being the alien of the house. Nobody was talking to me, and I deserved it. Matthew wouldn't even look at me in school. Anytime I went near him, he walked the other way. I tried for days to make it up to him. One evening, I sneaked into his room, finished his history paper, and left it on his desk. When he came home, he took one look at it, tore it up, and threw it in the trash. Then I had an idea for a gift that I was sure would make him forgive me. I used all my savings to get him a signed basketball from his favorite player. But when I looked into his room later, I was horrified to find him slashing it with a paper cutter. Oh my God, what are you doing? This was signed by...
I don't care. I just want you to stop doing things for me and stay out of my face.
How do I make you believe that I'm really sorry, Matthew? I'll say it in Spanish. Lo siento mucho.
There's nothing you can ever say or do that will make things okay. Now please, get lost.
It just looked like things were ruined between us for good. But one evening, I was walking a few blocks away from our house when I saw 2 boys wearing masks drag Matthew into an alley and start beating him up. I charged at them while screaming, and with the baseball bat I had, I hit one of the boys straight in the knee while the other one ran away. Leo, Don't you dare touch my brother again, estúpida. I left him there crying on the ground and helped Matthew up. He leaned on me as we walked back home. And as soon as we entered, Mom and Carlos cried out.
Oh my god. What happened?
Papa, I'm fine, really. Thanks to Audrey. But why were you going around with a baseball bat anyway?
I've been following you everywhere for days, Matthew. Leo came up to me a week ago and said he would do something to make you pay for exposing him at his party. I knew you wouldn't really listen to me, so I had to do something. I couldn't let you get hurt. I've done a pretty good job of that myself. Suddenly, Carlos stepped forward and hugged me.
Mija amor, you saved my son today, and I want to forget everything else. I know you didn't mean those things.
And I'm okay about knowing about the adoption, Audrey. It came as a shock, but Dad and I have talked a lot about it since, and I'm fine. It doesn't really change anything. You don't always have to be related to be family.
I understand that now, and I'm so happy Mom brought me to you guys. I'm sorry about everything. And Carlos, you're the dad every girl wants to have. I love you! Carlos had tears and hugged me. Mom did too.
Don't forget me.